Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Headmaster's Assembly for another week. Um, Obviously, it's quite a poignant assembly this week because it's the last official day today that Year 11 and Year 13 have to be with us. So if you'll excuse me, I will spend a little bit of time speaking about Year 11 and Year 13 a little bit later on, and in particular, obviously, Year 13. As ever, our Headmaster's commendations will be posted online, but I've got 3 Headmaster's special commendations to give out today. So I'll start with those. So firstly, to Christian Aldridge. Fantastic piece of work playing online with the Illegal Eagles group and raising an amazing amount of money for NHS charities. So well done, Christian. That was quite terrific. Well done to you. To Max Poyner, who's produced an amazing piece of work. Mrs. Platt was incredibly impressed with it and passed it through to me. Incredible piece of artwork, so well done, Max, to you for that. And also, Miss Grant passed through to me and recommended Freya Harper, and I've seen this amazing piece of drama work that she has done as well. So well done to you, Freya, and to all those people who've achieved Headmaster's special commendations, and obviously those who got Headmaster's commendations again this week, and credits, because again, it shows how much and how well you're engaging online. So as I said at the start, I think I'd like to sort of, if everyone else can bear with me a little bit, direct this assembly a little bit more towards, in particular, Year 13, because for Year 13, of course, as I said, it's the official last day at school. I do hope that Year 11 will join us for the pre-sixth form weeks after half term, and also we're going to do some pre-university stuff for Year 13 as well. As you know, I've only been here, I suppose the best part of 8 months or so, and I've only got to know, some of you pupils in the last sort of, 6 months or so. So that's been quite difficult in so many ways before the close down. But I just wanted to say, particularly to those Year 11s that are leaving, and obviously to all the Year 13s, what a pleasure it has been for me to get to know you over this short period of time. I'm sorry that, it seems as though it might have to end like this, albeit we are very hopeful that we'll be able to get some time back together, whether that's this term or certainly we would look to do something hopefully in the future to try and make sure everyone gets together, particularly Year 13, so that we can celebrate your time at Worksop College and all your achievements. So can I say a special thank you for being part of this amazing family, and in particular a special thank you to the prefects and senior members of school, the captains of school, the vice captains of school, the heads of houses, etc., who've done such a great job to support all the staff throughout this year. It really has been fantastic, and you helped to create what is a very, very special atmosphere at the college. So thank you so much for all you've done. As you can imagine, in these sort of times, I've had quite a lot of correspondence from OWs, and therefore I thought it was quite important that I shared a little bit of that with you. And in particular, one piece of correspondence that I've got from an amazing guy called David Griffiths. David was at the college back in the 1950s. He's now 80 years old, and he went on to have the most fantastic career. He became the chief executive of Wembley Stadium back in the early 70s, when they'd never had a concert there. All that Wembley Stadium never had was football matches. England had played there, and the FA Cup final was there. Aside from that, Wembley Stadium had not hosted any events at all, so he brought in concerts, and everyone looked at him in disbelief. But obviously, he made a huge success, and of course now Wembley Stadium, lots of big bands, etc., play there, and it's open not just to football but to lots of other sports as well. So he had an incredibly successful career, and he wrote to me a few weeks ago saying how much he owed to Worksop College in terms of what he had achieved in his lifetime and his career. And I thought it was probably, quite important and quite poignant at this time to share a few of the things that he said. So David was in Mason House. He started here at Worksop College in 1954. And he just wanted to say to me that throughout his career, everything that he'd achieved started on the school drive. And it started on the school drive because he was inspired by a couple of members of staff. Who encouraged him to get involved with things. He was so very keen to get himself fit and to be part of some of the games within the school. He wasn't very fit when he first came. And he was very keen to do very well in the dorm run. And one of the members of staff encouraged him to start training. He looked at this member of staff in disbelief, but he said to him, look, there's a way of doing it. Just go down the school drive. He said, if you run for 2 or 3 trees length in between the trees on the school drive, and then walk the rest, and then run for another 3 or 4 trees, and then walk, and then run. He said, eventually you'll work up your fitness. And he did that for a couple of months and ended up in his first year finishing 7th in the dorm run. And he said, that gave him the great confidence to sort of go on further. He actually ran a marathon in China, which raised money for lots and lots of people throughout the world, and in particular in China for disabled people. And as I said to you, he went on to have a highly successful career. And one of the things he talked about was that from that modest starting line of that school drive, he went on to achieve a massive amount. And he said in the letter, whatever we all strive for, at the culmination of our chosen career, it's the journey, not the goal, that we'll remember most of all. And he certainly remembers those amazing staff that inspired him here at the college, those amazing times. And I think I've said to you maybe in assembly before that sadly for me, my school days weren't necessarily particularly great. I don't look back on them with a particular amount of affection. And I'm quite sad about that. And whilst it is time as year 11s, and if you're leaving as year 13s, and if you're leaving as year 11s as well, it is the time, and you should be excited about the next step and the next challenge. I do hope that you will look back on your time here at the college with a real sense of affection, and remember those staff who have inspired you and have motivated you and have cared for you over the period of time that you've been here. One of the great things about this amazing college, and obviously we're 125 years old next year, is that there is a very strong OWs group. And as you've probably seen, and hopefully you're very much part of the social network with regard to the OWs, there are lots of people within that network who will support you and continue to support you over time. You will always be an Old Worksopian, whatever happens, and you're always welcome to come back here. You are very much part of this family. And at what is a very difficult time for everybody, when it's the doors are not banging here on the corridors, it's all very quiet, and it's sad that we're not with you at this time. I still hope that you take away incredibly fond memories, and as I said, I am desperately hopeful that we will have a time together again to celebrate all your amazing achievements. So from me and from all the staff, thank you for all you have done for the college. Thank you for being part of this amazing family, and I hope that you will stay part of this amazing family throughout your career and your lifetime. And I hope that all you've learned here will stand you in good stead. Take care, and to everybody, all of you in the school community, look after yourselves, one another and your families. Bye.